I'm not concerned about the defense of the dollar. I'm concerned about the rest of the world. Yes. Our economy is strong as hell.
Those are certainly confident words, but how do they stack up against reality? The White House says that its efforts against inflation are starting to work. Biden's chief economic advisor, Cecilia Rouse, points to statistics regarding housing and employment data to make her case.
We love having a very strong labor market, but it's been very, very strong. The employers are having a very hard time finding workers. But we saw in some data last month that employers are posting fewer job vacancies, which means that there's a little bit of easing in the labor market without having any layoffs. We can also see that the housing market is beginning to cool, and we know that housing prices is part of the challenge for families, is part of our inflation challenge.
Now, she is right. U.S. employers are having a hard time finding people to fill positions. So for now, all the necessary workers may be found. But what happens when there is anticipation of the worst? But U.S. economists are predicting a recession within the next 12 months. The prediction is that as the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank is working to fight inflation, the result will be the economy contracting and jobs will be slashed. This can be found in the Wall Street Journal's recent survey of American economists. The number of experts predicting a recession in the next 12 months is up to 63%, up from 49% back in July. Now, Cecilia Rouse has some other claims. She says the housing market is cooling. This is true. The prices have dropped a bit from the peak. But what is this really showing? Demand has fallen. Amid the economic slowdown, Americans cannot afford to keep buying homes as they once did. So the prices are dropping, and that is not a good sign at all. A lot of CEOs and representatives of the business community are sounding the alarm and saying that the Biden White House is out of touch and that their policies are leading Americans in the wrong direction.
CEOs are now preparing for near-inevitable recessions in both the U.S. and Europe. At the same time, CEOs continue to experience inflationary pressures, with 59% reporting input costs over the past 3 months remained the same or rose with no easing expected by year-end. Moreover, at the start of fourth quarter, only 19% reported an increase in demand over the past 3 months, down from 38% in third quarter.
It was back during the presidency of Jimmy Carter that Americans first learned the term stagflation. That is stagnation and inflation at the same time. Not a good situation at all, but that seems to be where the White House and the Federal Reserve are leading the U.S. economy. Strong as hell may sound bold, but the actual facts are pretty concerning. Once again, Joe Biden's bluster does not match the actual reality. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.